back again.
Yes, sir.
Man, we just want to encourage people, man, to do better in life, man. Life is beautiful out here.
So if you had a specific goal, what would you say that goal is?
Man,
would you say it's to inspire, to create
bless
change,
as many people as I possibly can
before you leave the earth?
Before I leave the earth.
Yes, sir. That's what's up.
Yeah, I want to be a blessing to as many as I can.
And how do you want to do that?
Man, it's all kind of ways to bless people. They don't necessarily have to be material, immaterial things. It could just be in a word of encouragement. Right? Just let somebody know that they're special. Like I tell people all the time, your happiness is my only concern. That's it. And when you want to see other people happy, that's a gift from above. Cause we are people, we're creatures of takers. We have to be trained and taught to give. They have to beg for 10% in the church, right?
Yeah.
I don't know where that come from, 10%. Cause the Bible tell me something about a storehouse, right? A storehouse ain't got no money in it, right? Storehouse got bread, beans, rice, all that, right?
Yes, sir.
So that might be taken out of content. But either way, it's a blessing for somebody.
Yeah.
I think a storehouse is a better blessing than money.
In some ways it is, yeah.
I think in a lot of ways. Because in the storehouse, you got clothes, you got food,
yeah,
you got everything you need in the storehouse, right? But if you give a person $100, it's gone.
They
right?
Can spend it.
You doggone right. So we have to get our priorities right. We have to get back to a traditional way of living, right? People say, well, that's just traditional. Well, shit. Well, tradition saves a lot of us.
Okay, but what traditions are good and what traditions should we do away with?
Well, that's something that we have to break down, right? Because off the top of the dome, I can come up with some, but I want to be, I won't say politically correct because I don't like being politically correct.
Right.
If you are politically correct, normally you're living a lie, right?
That's true.
So I want to be factual when I come to the table on things in order to give people, like I said, it could be your time,
information, love.
Exactly.
So
man.
Would you say that in any instant, that you living in, just being real is the goal?
Man, just being real.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about real phony.
Yeah.
Real fake, right? Those seem to be the two that draw people.
In the modern
people
world.
Like fake shit.
Yeah.
Right? When you real shit, you spit truth, folks want to kill you. Right?
Yeah.
Because truth hurts. That's a true statement.
Yeah.
The truth hurts.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Like sticks and stone may break my bone, but name will never hurt me.
Yeah.
That's a lie. That's a lying statement.
It's a lie.
Yeah. Because as hell, you might have broke your arm when you were 2 or 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 30 years later, you remember that.
But you remember
When somebody can tell you you're going to be a no good so-and-so, so-and-so, just like your daddy, or just like your mama, and you'll come up, and these words will stick with you. Words cut like a two-edged sword. They hurt, right? And a lot of times we need words to hurt us. We need to be corrected, right? In order to stay on a decent path, right? The United States of white America right now is in a chaos. Why is it a chaos? Because of being politically correct.
Now, let me ask you this. You said sticks and stones may break your bones, but I would argue that, the people that are politically correct, right, or PC, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to save people's feelings. So how you put that together? How you,
Well, the thing is that you're not trying to save those feelings. You want thick-skinned people.
So when you tell the truth, you ain't trying to save nobody's feelings.
No, truth don't have no feelings. No, what hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, shit. Man, tell me the truth. Oh, you gonna be all right? You gonna be all right? You doing a good job. That's lying to me.
Mm-hmm.
I got an F minus in it. How the hell I'm doing a good job? I'm gonna be all right. She ain't teaching me a damn thing. That's lying.
Oh, yeah.
Tell my mom I won't do nothing. But you just pushed me through school,
Mm-hmm.
right? They handicapped me.
Let me ask you this.
I might have handicapped myself, huh?
In some senses, we all do.
But I didn't know.
But that's why we have knowledge. But you got yourself some knowledge after you got out of prison, right? And while you were in prison. Yeah.
I began to, and you know, it's sad to say, self-educate myself.
I don't think there's anything other than self-education. Do you?
Huh?
I don't think nothing else other than self-education exists, because you can't put something in somebody's brain. You feel me?
I'm not gonna say that.
Okay. What's your opinion of it?
It's hard for a person to self-educate themselves, because when you self-educate yourself, remember, you don't know nothing.
Right.
Everything you learn is new, right?
Mm.
That's why we have to have teachers to teach us a form of, when I say self-education, is when I went through the concrete jungle, I had to make a decision myself to pick up the newspaper, to pick up the magazine, what magazine to pick up, what newspaper to pick up, what magazine I didn't want to pick up. All newspaper was good. All of it had beneficial news in there for me. But all magazines wasn't good for me. All books wasn't good for me. Because certain books, I didn't want to know what was in them. Certain magazines, I didn't want to read that either, right? So that's what I mean by self-educate. I self-educated myself to some good stuff.
Okay. So how do you take self-education, right, and teach yourself how to learn what you want to learn?
Well, you have to apply yourself. You have to find out what direction in life you want to go. Of course, I'm not the only one that stomped through that concrete jungle that came out better
And
better than I was when I went in there. Of course I'm not. But you have men that go in that concrete jungle and stay the length of time I stayed, maybe a little longer, and come out worse, right?
Yeah.
Because they wasn't trying to educate themselves on another level. Either they stayed the same or they regressed. They didn't progress, right?
Gotcha.
And that's an issue. So it's all about how you want to self-educate yourself, right?
Right. So with all the distractions on the internet, you know, and all that stuff, like, how do you even find yourself to know what you want?
Well, it's all about what's in you.
How do people find themselves nowadays? I mean, before, like, you know,
Shit.
before you would have tests, right? You would have stuff, you know, like, what do you call them?
Man, a motherfucker have to sit down and just really
Look into yourself.
Discern what it is they want out of life, right? What is it that I want out of life? Well, with me, in the situation I was in, I could read. I couldn't comprehend a lot of what I was reading. My speech wasn't no good. Just my basic way of learning wasn't any good.
Yeah.
And by my daddy, God's amazing grace, when I went to prison, I was forced into learning, forced into wanting to know. Had I been convicted of a crime that I actually would have committed, I don't even know if I would be the same man today. Why I say that is because I would have been guilty of what they charged me with, right? And by being guilty of what they charged me with, I would have accepted my sentence, got somewhere, got complacent, got comfortable, and just got into the routine of being an inmate, right? Because I was guilty, right?
Yeah.
But by me not being guilty, I had a desire in me that burned greatly.
So,
and in order for me to satisfy and solidify that desire, I had to learn law, right? So I had to put all my energy and all my time into the legal system, right?
Yeah.
Finding out about law, because this is what I knew I had to have.
You want your freedom
in order to compete with the judicial system.
Now, do you feel that the prison system is a microcosm for what America wholly is?
Well,
let me rephrase. You get the question?
I think that I believe so. I believe that prison is God's training ground for his people. I believe that prison saved a lot of people, men and women. People, the flesh, uses prison for punishment, for financial gain, for slavery, all the wrong things that people use prison for to prosper. When not, they don't know, or they're unaware that when they throw a person into this concrete jungle, that's what God raises up his soldiers.
So, being that prison is an oppressive system, right? And you somehow found the motivation and the tenacity to get out that system. How do you know, the younger generation get out of today's American system?
Well, number one, they have to see and they have to hear.
Open that third eye, open your ears.
And they have to want it. They have to see and they have to hear positive things, and they have to want it.
How do we make them want it?
You can't make nobody want nothing.
I would argue that you can.
People want what they want,
right?
Good or bad,
right?
Right. And the more you tell a person they can't have, the more they want, right?
Right.
So people want what they want, right? You can't make people want happiness. You can't make people want success.
But you can influence it. You
can show it to them, right? You got a person sit up and tell you right now, I want $1 million. And every time they put their hand on, they spin it. Right? You can't make a person want nothing. I was down there in prison. And every day I used to hear people talk, man, I want to go home. I want to go home. But you're running around here drunk. You're running around here catching major cases. You're running around here laying up with punks. So you want to go home. All there's a recipe for disaster to keep your ass in there, respectfully. Right?
Yeah.
So you can't make people want nothing.
So let me phrase it like this: can you help motivate people to want
Oh,
for
most
themselves?
definitely. Oh, most definitely.
Okay.
Because all most people need is a push.
Mm.
They need. That's why I go back to what we were saying respectfully, that you have to see and hear positive things, right?
Yeah.
And today, when you cut that TV on, you cut that radio on, you seeing and hearing very little positive stuff, right?
Yeah.
So you have a person that wants it have to be able to discern and navigate through that, right?
Yeah.
So
you basically have to have a vision for yourself and then find the path for that vision. Is that what you're saying?
Everybody got to have a vision.
Okay. How do you deal with, the downturns or, the moments in life where you do go to prison for 18 years and you got to come home and rebuild for everything? How do you deal with that? The low points in life.
Well, you don't have to go to prison to experience a low point in life.
From your perspective.
Well, from my perspective,
you've been at the lowest of the low.
Yeah, and I had to go to prison to get there. Right?
So would you say it's a mental thing?
See, most people in the United States of white America today, over 75% of us live paycheck to paycheck. Right?
Yeah.
So missing one paycheck will put a person on the doorsteps of homelessness. Right?
Yes, sir.
So just imagine if a man go to jail and living paycheck to paycheck for 30 days. Or say 60 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to go come back and rebuild. Right? So it don't really have to take 18 years, 15 years. You can lose your job out here.
Yeah.
The thing is that it's okay to fall down. It's okay to be knocked down. But it ain't okay to stay down. Respectfully.
How do you get back up?
If don't nobody help you up, you got to tie your bootstraps up and stand up and be a soldier about it. I won't say be no man about it. I'll say be a soldier about it. Because women fall down too. And they get back up. And a woman is stronger than a man.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Maybe not bench pressing wise, but in endurance.
Mentally.
And what you able to absorb.
Yeah.
Man, men can't absorb shit that woman absorbs, especially a black woman. That's a queen for real. She don't know it. Many of them. They think it because of the word, but they don't really know what they are. Because if they did, they wouldn't let us do them certain kinds of ways, right?
Yeah.
And if we knew that they was queens, we wouldn't want to do them a certain kind of way, right? But that white man knows that they queens. That's why he wants us to disrespect them like that. And you might say, want us to disrespect him? You damn right want us to disrespect him. Because he put that bullshit ass music on that radio like that. Respectfully. Right?
Yeah.
Calling them B's and H's. Don't you know they can take that shit off their radio if they want to? They ain't on no white radio station like that. Respectfully. Right?
Absolutely true.
But you cut them all on them black radio station. And they talking about my queen ain't nothing but a bitch and a hoe. And then they put a motherfucker up there that they think stacked, like them Cardi B's and the Megan Thee Stallion and all them motherfuckers, and they turning our daughters out. Respectfully, motherfucker.
How you think we should deal with that?
Talk.
How you think we should deal with that? The hoeing of American.
You can't deal with that bullshit. It's like the United States. When they come down to stuff like that, the United States is like a dry desert. Everything dry, and somebody struck a match, and that shit spreading like wildfire. You feel where I'm coming from?
Yes, sir.
Respectfully.
Yes, sir.
And it's out there now. You know, our kids today, they know more than what we know. Yeah. They know what we know,
but they don't know
and
what
they
to
know
do
what
with
they
it.
know. And we don't know what they know.
Right.
So they know more than we know. They could be right there among us, and they just be talking like a motherfucker. We don't even know what they talking about.
Yeah.
That's how sharp them little rascals is.
So how do we mix that intelligence with the wisdom that, you know, the OGs have? Like,
you don't see no fucking OGs out here.
ain't no more OGs.
Hell no, this bullshit.
So where you come from?
If it's OG, like, I'm one of the few that's left. I take time with kids.
Yeah.
I take time with young men. I take time with young women because I'm about it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't talk about it. I'm about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we need.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, I don't just bump my gun with this real. I get out there. I've got my boots on the ground, right?
Like a soldier.
Yeah, like a soldier.
Hey.
You know, and man, I just thank God for the platform He gave me, man. I want to thank all my fans out there, man. Y'all love them.
Say
y'all
what's up to the
amazing
fans,
yourself.
man.
Hey, fans, what's up? What's up? We couldn't be here without y'all, man. If y'all got anything y'all want to discuss with us, man, put it up in the inbox. Hit that like button, man. Share, subscribe. Bang that bell till it won't rain no more. Yeah. Hey. So this is what we gonna do, man. We're gonna cut this, man.
Hey, come to Caps and Tails if you need wheels. We gonna be selling wheels.
Caps and Tails.
Yes, sir.